Xnel here, and we have to talk about the gacha mechanics in Tower of Fantasy because it is quite complicated. There's a lot of different currencies and a sort of a double pity system, which we are going to talk about. First and foremost, the gold nucleus banner. This is the standard banner. Just like in Genshin Impact, where you can get a mix of different SSR characters, and the pity on this one is 80. So once you hit 80 pity, you are guaranteed an SSR. If you get an SSR before the 80th heart pity, the pity does not reset. Meaning, if you get, for example, an SSR on your 70th pull, on your 80th pull, you will still get a guaranteed SSR, which is pretty sick. There is a currency that you do get from pulling. It's called this black gold. So every pull you do, you get 1 black gold. So as you can see here, I have done 72 pulls. So that's why I have 72 black gold. What you use black gold for is the weapon store. This right here. The cool thing about this game is you can just use your black gold to buy duplicates of weapons that you already have. So as you can see here, I have the Tsubasa bow, the Icewind arrow. So I can just buy duplicates of the bow outright. And as you can see here, all of the other SSRs are in here as well, but I can't buy them because I haven't unlocked the first copy of those SSRs. But this does not include the limited banner SSRs. Some of the limited banner SSRs will eventually go into the standard banner, but we don't have any confirmed information yet on who of the limited banner characters are going into the standard banner. That's pretty good if you are trying to get a specific duplicate of any weapon that you have. You don't have to keep wailing and keep relying on RNG as long as you first get the first copy of the weapon. Now let's talk about the limited banner. Here, fam, you gotta pay attention because there is quite a big mistake that you might make. It's not super necessary if you're just trying to have fun, but if you are trying to make the most out of your resources, you gotta follow this one. Earlier I said there is a sort of a double pity system. So the first pity system is of course the 80 pulls. Once you hit 80 pulls, you will get an SSR. However, that is a 50-50 between the rate up character and any other character. So you have a 50% chance to get Nemesis. Now, the problem is, it is always 50-50. No matter how many times you do 80 pulls, it is always 50-50. There's no guarantee you will get Nemesis. But, just like with the standard banner, you get a separate currency called Flame Gold. This is specifically for the limited banner shop. So, if you do 120 pulls on the limited banner, you will get 120 flame gold. Then you can just go to the store and buy Nemesis for 120 flame gold. So this is the second pity system that I was talking about. The difference between the first pity system and the second pity system is the first pity system, the 80 pulls, carries over to the next banner. This pity system, the flame gold, does not carry over to the next banner. So that's very important. You have to consider that. What happens is, if you have any leftover flame gold in the limited banner and then the limited banner duration ends, the flame gold that you have will turn into the normal black gold. So effectively, in the next limited banner, you will have reset the pity to 0. So what does this mean? This means that if you want to be sure, if you don't want to risk it, don't pull on a limited banner until you have enough currency for 120 pulls. Before you pull, plan ahead. Make sure you have enough currency to do 120 pulls on the limited banner that you want. If you want to take a chance, be my guest. But I myself, I would rather be sure and not waste any of my currency, especially if you're F2P or just a small spender. Gotta be wise about spending your resources and planning ahead with the limited banners. I actually see some people doing some pulls on the Nemesis banner now. They don't even have plans to get Nemesis. They're just pulling because they have 10 red nucleus. This was mailed to everybody, right? Don't use it if you don't plan to save up for 120 pulls and you actually get the character. Is there a chance you'll get Nemesis in 10 pulls? Yeah, there's a chance, but I'm not gonna take that chance. Oh, let's talk about matrices. In the standard matrix banner, well, there's not really much to think about. Whenever you have this proof of purchase, just spend it. But in the limited banner matrix, there is a lot to think about. This is mostly for whales because F2P players and dolphins, I wouldn't really suggest you spending any currency to buy the special voucher for the limited matrix banner. What you will be spending your resources on is of course the limited weapon banner. It is just way more fun, and of course you need more weapons in this game. But if you are going to be pulling here, there are a couple of things you have to think about. The hard pity is 40. However, again, it is 50-50 between the rate up matrix and any other matrix. So just like with the limited weapon banner, you are never guaranteed to get the rate up matrix. It's always 50-50. However, there is again the option of buying from the shop. So with every pull you get this overclocking chip, and if you have 80, you can just buy the rate up matrix from the shop. Just make sure that when you buy something from the shop, it is not the same slot as the one you got from the gacha, because you need different slots and a minimum of 2 pieces to get the 2-piece set effect. Now there is no point in only getting one of these because you won't have any effects. Sure, you'll have these stats, but you won't get the 2-piece set. So at a minimum, you might even have to do more than 80 pulls, because again, there is no guarantee that you'll get a nemesis here, so you will have to rely on the shop. And if you rely on the shop, you need a total of 160 pulls to get a guaranteed 2-piece matrix. So as you can see, this is very much in whale territory. Something to consider. I'd rather you guys just focus on the limited weapon banner. My final tip is to never ever spend your dark crystal on anything else other than red nucleus. You need to be spending your dark crystals on red nucleus because there's no other way of getting red nucleus other than spending your dark crystals if you're F2P. That's it for the gacha guide. I hope that helped you guys out a lot, and if I didn't make anything clear, comment down and I'll try to answer it as best as I can. You can also join our Discord. That's discord.gg/xfam, and you get to ask these questions with a community who all play Tower Fantasy, and you can join our live streams at fb.gg/xnoph. I'll see you around.